So if you guys remember from my previous video, the easy abstract art, this was the round MDF that I had worked on to do a different abstract piece, something that I normally don't do. And while I really like this piece, I just thought it was too simple and honestly just not my taste. So I decided to just go ahead and spray paint all the different parts black. And I left the little bars and had actually filled them with doodles, and I really wish I recorded it, but I did not. So I just wanted to start from scratch. I spray painted all of the white and the gold pieces fully black, and even the crystals I spray painted them fully black. I didn't really like the fact that the spray paint took away from the shine of the crystals, so I went back in and actually added more on top just so I can get a little bit of sparkle in the piece. And here I am using my POSCA markers for the first time, and I have to say I really love this brand. So POSCA are Japanese markers and they are paint pens, so they don't fully dry as fast as regular markers when you're working with them. So the only thing I found actually when using them is that if you were working in a specific section, you kind of had to wait a little bit before going over those pieces. It is paint at the end of the day, so a little bit of a longer drying time, but that was completely fine with me. So most of the markers that I had purchased were the 7M markers. So these are the thicker markers, but they have the round tip as opposed to the chisel tip. And I really wanted this specifically for doodling, just so that it could give me those round edges. That is really what I was looking for. And the finer pen that I'm going in with, I believe, was the 3M. So I'd accidentally purchased this thinking that I was buying the 5M, but it ended up working out with this piece just to do the little details on the buildings, I guess, or whatever I made there. And yeah, so that ended up working out, so that was completely fine. And honestly, I really love these pens, so I think I'm going to be buying a lot more of them and in a lot of different thicknesses as well. The one thing that's really cool about these pens is that once they fully dry, you can go over with a completely different color and it is just opaque. It completely covers the color. It doesn't matter if you doodle with black and then it dries and then you fully go over with white, it will completely cover it. And I think that's super cool because you can achieve some cool effects with that. So it doesn't matter if you're doing a darker color and then go with lighter. One thing that I did notice is that some of my lines were a little bit streaky, so I had to go over with some of the colors more than others. For example, the yellow was giving me a really tough time, whereas I found that the blue was okay. I guess, I don't know if the formula is different for different colors. So I'm just adding a layer of resin to really make my piece pop, and I'm gonna go in and add more detailing on top of some of the doodles just to make it really pop. Okay guys, so this is the final product coming up. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel to see new videos every Tuesday and Friday. And I'm just really excited to say that this was my first piece that I got to hang up in a public space. So this is currently at Function Bar TO in Toronto, so make sure to check that out when you can, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace out. That's great, yeah.